Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Desert Fox, bringing you another Terran vs Zerg. Now this is the second time I record this video. I hope I never do that again. I just forgot to put my mic on. I switched programs and that's what happens. So right there I just pressed S while APM spamming and I wanted to build another SCV except I stopped all my SCVs. Kinda sucks. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. If you APM spam, be careful of what you do. I actually don't even know why APM spam. I should be using my APM to do mineral boosting like on this mineral patch. It's the only one I'm actually doing it on. I'm not even sure if it's worth mineral boosting anymore now that apparently they patched it out, but I still do it because it's a good way to use my APM. So this build is the build I learned from watching the Day 9 Daily for Terran Week, for Terran vs Zerg. It's the Bombers style for Terran vs Zerg. What he does, he gets 3 command centers before 8 minutes. And works off 1 engineering bay, 2 barracks, and a factory to get siege tanks to be able to defend those expansions, and then a lot of turrets to defend from Mutalisk harass. And basically what it does, it gives you a huge economy, and you can be really happy about it. So in this game, I open with a 16 gas, which allows me to get my expansion up a bit earlier before these Hellions pop out. So it just like reverses the order of Hellions and command center. So you get the command center first, then a bunch of Hellions. Good. Now I am floating really high on minerals, and now I use these Hellions to scout. I didn't even poke up to his base, and I'm not even scouting with him. It's kind of bad. But then again, this is the first game I played since discovering this build. And I should have an engineering bay, but I don't have it yet. I played a few games now between this game and the cast. So I know you need to get your engineering bay ASAP. Like right now I should be having it. And now I have watchtower control. Sweet, that's good. Now I have a little bit of map control. And now he's coming in with a few roaches and some zerglings. Now this is in no way an all-in. As you can see, he has 28 workers. This is just a small push to see what I have. And, yeah, he just completely kills the workers. Bam! 4 worker kills. And I think that includes the mule. So now I'm a little bit panicking. I cancelled this command center, so I'm rebuilding it here. I have tons of minerals. But I have a siege tank, and as soon as the siege tank pops out, you are almost safe. I should be lifting this off, because he can't attack air. Ha ha ha. Sweet. So in this situation, what you want to do is wait till you have a big enough army to be able to crush him. And don't be able to pull off SCVs. I don't think I pulled off enough this game, or if I pulled any at all. Luckily, he didn't focus down the SCV, so I was able to get into the bunker. And now everything just melts away, while my Marines don't take any damage whatsoever. Sweet. Now I have another siege tank, and he has a lot of range, and he can just kill those roaches easily. Sweet. Now we are equal on harvesters, although he just killed one, so our income is about the same. Big mistake. I should have my engineering bay pumping out my +1 weapons, although I'm not doing that right now. So as you can see, my timings are completely off. The push should happen at 15 minutes when you have +2/+1. So +1 armor and +2 weapons. Sweet. Except I didn't even get there. I should be looking at the minimap because I was too concentrated, so I let these Hellions die. Which is horrible because Hellions are worth a lot. And boom, they just died. I actually looked right there and I saw his roaches were at the watchtower. And that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. So already I'm playing horrible. My money is just starting to stockpile. I'm not incredibly good at macro here. My engineering bay goes up like 3 minutes late. Blah. And I'm really bad at constantly pumping Marines. And this is not only due to me being an average player. It's also due to me I have a new key binding set. And I'm not used to it yet. Now this was a really big mistake. I should have sent 1 Marine up first to see if there was an army there. So my tanks were unsieged and he just walks in and kills my tanks. Although they did a lot of damage. I mean, 8 kills on that tank. That's a hero tank right there. So if you notice, like, Marines on F and Marauders on E, what's going on? Well, I was looking on Team Liquid and I saw this cool hotkey set up and I thought I was going to try it out. And I really, really enjoy it. It's just really hard to get accustomed to a new key binding set. Like, really, really freaking hard. So now my money's piling up. I'm forgetting to get the +1 weapons. I'm forgetting to build marines and siege tanks, even though I have the money, because I'm concentrating on doing other things. I can't multitask. Come on, man. I mean, I have my godly 70 APM. What can I do with that? Nothing. So it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get things eventually, and that's what counts. Like, that's the important part of this build. Now I do have this idle SCV right here, and yeah. Now it's just about macroing up, and I should be moving my forces up here to defend this base, because honestly this base is what's going to be able to keep me into the game later on. And the whole point of this build really is to get upgraded marines that are good against virtually everything, siege tanks to protect them from banelings, and missile turrets at your base, and you want to turtle up while you're getting a lot of workers. Now I am way behind in workers. This base isn't doing anything. I'm not multitasking at all. And a good tip, guys, is to put a turret in your siege line and a bunker or 2 bunkers in front of it. And another good tip is to keep a unit right here, just to make sure he's not breaking down those rocks. And also, you might say, why aren't you scouting? Well, I saw he was going roaches, and he did a pretty big push with roaches. So I know he's probably going to go medevac, because every Zerg goes medevac, and Mutalisk. And if he doesn't go Mutalisk, he's probably teching up, and I should get some Ghost Academies. So pretty much, whenever he pushes me, I will know what's up. So I don't need to scout. I don't need to send an SCV or stuff to die, because I've lost enough units. I don't want to lose more. So another big mistake is me not producing anything and supply blocking myself constantly. As you can see, I'm at 73 supply, he's at 120 supply. I am just behind like crazy. And he just goes for some more Mutalisk harass. That's the only place I didn't build a ton of medevacs at. Turrets. God, I keep saying medevacs for everything in this game. It's contagious almost. Come on, Marine, go back, go back. I need vision on those rocks. What are you doing? Oh man. Never mind. So you want to secure these gases up pretty fast and get these upgrades up fast. Come on. Come on. Come on, get the upgrades. I'm so bad. In my defense, this is the first time that I tried this build and my macro is slipping hardcore. Sweet, build more supply depots. I'm gonna supply block again. Oh no, I pressed F. I did absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna speed this up while I macro up and turtle, because really he's gonna try and poke with Mutalisks here. I have a ring of impenetrable missile turretness. Maybe you could snipe this refinery if you wanted to. And he's just sending stuff to scout my unit, my army composition. I have this one gas here with one guy on it, not really doing anything. Getting another barracks, another factory, my starport, everything's super late because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But that's okay. That's okay because I have a lot of income. Sure, he has a lot of income too. That's okay. Now, my mistake here was I had my Marines in front and they all just got splashed by the banelings. Like, if we just go back... Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, my Marines are just there. I wasn't even looking at this. You need to always be looking at your siege line. Because this kind of stuff happens, where he just busts your main. And all you have is a few siege tanks. Sure, his ground army's dead. Except I have no Marines to kill his his Mutalisk with. I have no NTA. So I'm building more turrets and supply depots. And really, I love my supply depot art. I don't know what it's forming right now, but it's just artistic more than useful, really. So now I'm macroing up some Marines and siege tanks. Now I'm building the missile turret in my siege line, which is really useful. I should have done that earlier because most of those siege tanks wouldn't have died to those Mutalisks. Although he lost a huge amount when he baneling busted me. Because siege tanks killed most of those banelings and they all crashed on my Marines and siege tanks, which is not... Marines is cost effective, but siege tanks is not cost effective at all. And now my siege tank does friendly fire, and I defend. Sweet. Oh no, I forget to repair. This missile turret's gonna die, like really soon. So going back to the income tab, now this is when he's popping up on income. I'm pretty sure he's mining out of the main, but so am I. I mean, all these workers are not doing anything useful. I should have grabbed my gold a while back and made maybe like a tank line here, like in a diagonal line right here. Just make good tank line. Cover this, and cover this. Sweet. That's what I should have done, but I didn't do it. That's what you should probably do. And because this map, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this map, it's really easy to secure a third. That's why I went for my command center before Hellion build. So I threw down a scan. I see that he has the golds, and that's bad news for me. So now I have my huge army that I just macroed up. Obviously, like, he has a supply lead, but not by that much. And I'm starting to spend my money. For once. And here I siege up, and he gets huge banelings, and I try to split my marines, but I'm not Gosu with marine splits. So he ends up cleaning everything. This is really sad. Except that I get a few kills on the workers. 13 kills on the siege tanks. They died, and they were cost effective. That's all that matters. But in the meantime, I macroed up a new army, and I'm going to push again. Because that's what happens when you have so many bases, is that you have such a good income that you can just keep producing units. And when you're just producing units, you're going to larva block your Zerg opponents. And that's what I'm doing right now. He doesn't have enough larva to sustain completely. I keep loading medevacs up by accident. It's pretty bad. So yeah, if you can constantly give aggression to the Zerg, it does pay off because he's going to get larva blocked. And keep in mind that if he makes a lot of Zerglings, it's going to take an additional amount of time to make banelings. So right after he does a big baneling crash on your marines, and if you re-macroed up a lot of marines too, he's not going to have a lot of banelings left. And now I just have more army. I should be floating this to the gold or something, because honestly I'm mined out here, I'm getting mined out here, and I'm getting mined out there. I'm oversaturated everywhere. And now I'm just pushing in. I see he's morphing a baneling. Like, that's an extra 20 seconds that he needs to wait before he has his army. And then I see a bunch of banelings like, oh no! Oh no! But then my tanks take care of those banelings. My marines live with barely any HP, but I have medevacs. Medevacs are awesome. And now I'm bringing in more reinforcements. And I win. He GG's. Good. That is excellent. So if you're behind, or you look like you're behind in a Terran versus Zerg, don't worry, you don't need to do fancy drops to win. All you need to do is know where to strike and know when to reinforce. If you can keep... sorry for the mouse movement. If you can keep macroing off of your buildings and setting a good rally point, not like this where part of my army is not doing anything, and constantly put pressure on him after a while, siege up your tanks before he attacks you. So like maybe scan ahead or stim a marine, like a single marine, and make him run ahead faster to see what's ahead. Being really redundant here, but whatever. Siege up your tanks, you should be fine. Also, in the next game, I'm going to show you, just in the last little moments, how to micro your marines. Basically, siege up your tanks, and when the banelings just roll in, just stutter step, stim and stutter step backwards, so that the banelings will take maximum shots from the siege tanks. That's sweet. Alright, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and this is the last time I'm recording this video. God's sake, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna be so pissed off.